Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Immigration Fridays. I'm your host, Prashanthi Reddy, and I'm here again to guide you through the ever evolving maze of US immigration. So, this week, let's talk about the Visa Bulletin. And every month around this time, there's a lot of interest and excitement that revolves around the Visa Bulletin. So, let's see what's in store for the December Visa Bulletin, which was just published. So, with reference to the December Visa Bulletin, there's not much change. There's no significant change with reference to the dates. Let's go right into the details of the December Visa Bulletin. For the December Visa Bulletin, the final action dates for India EB2 will advance by 2 weeks to August 1, 2012. The final action dates for India EB3 will advance by 1 week to November 8, 2012. All other final action dates will be unchanged for the month of December, or employment based dates for filing will be unchanged in December. So there's only a change in the final action date bulletins, the final action date table by a few months, but there's no change at all in the dates for filing table. USCIS will use dates for filing for the month of December. So that's what we have with reference to the details of the Visa Bulletin. Now let's go a little bit into what the Visa Bulletin is, and then we'll go into a little bit about what to expect with reference to the Visa Bulletin for next year 2025. So what is the Visa Bulletin? The Visa Bulletin basically exists because Congress caps the number of green cards that can be issued every year. So the number of green cards, for example, in employment-based category is 140,000. But the number of people filing is way more than 140,000. So this creates a backlog. In addition to that, every country gets only 7% of the total number of green cards. So there is a limit on how many green cards each country can file as well. And this creates a severe backlog for some countries, especially for China, India, Mexico, and the Philippines. China and India, especially with a population of 1.4 billion and 1.3 billion, they have only 7% of the green cards when compared to a country like Iceland, which has a few thousand population. In fact, most European countries and African countries don't even use up their total quota of green cards every year, while there are tremendous backlogs for India and China. As I was just saying, India is working on cases that were filed in 2012 for both EB2 and EB3, employment-based category 2 and employment-based category 3. So that's the situation with reference to Visa Bulletin, and that's why we have such severe backlogs for India and China, and also for Mexico and Philippines as well. Now a little bit about what to expect for the coming year for 2025 with reference to the Visa Bulletin. The State Department has confirmed that they plan to advance the cutoff dates very slowly, very conservatively for the coming year, especially in the beginning of the fiscal year, because they want to see how the demand plays out. And they did the same thing in 2024. They're expected to do the same in 2025. So we can expect marginal forward movement in the backlogged categories. Also, we have to remember the overall number of green cards this year is less than it was last year. So while the basic number is 140,000, USCIS will release more green card numbers based on disuse in other areas. So for example, the EB1 categories that are not being used by other countries will move down to India and China. Same way, EB1 on the whole, the numbers that are not used will move down to EB2, and EB2 will move down to EB3, so on and so forth. So while last year there were more available green cards that were not used, so it was a total of 197,000 green cards available, I guess, from the previous year, from 2022. This year, there's only 25,000 more green cards available from the 140 number. So last year, while there were 197 green cards available, 197,000, this year there's only 165,000 total green card numbers available for employment base. So as you can see, there are less numbers available, so we can expect that the demand is the same or more, so we can expect that there will unfortunately be very small forward movements going ahead in 2025, unless there is something happens with the new administration, they come up with some new regulations, some new laws, then we can expect some forward movement. So that's it, and that's a wrap for Immigration Fridays this week. Immigration laws and processes can be very complex. If you need help, please contact us at prashanti@readyesq.com or call me 212-354-1010. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.